presentation of MRE UNO, Division 2. And we welcome you to a sold-out Sunday in D2. The regional semis roll on as we have the second dashing regional semifinal between the only one seed left in D2 and one of two one seeds left in the entire league. It's Aiden Smith, A-Train Smith, ready to go once again against the 5 seed Taco. We take a look at what we're going to see out of the league today, and it's going to be a good one starting here at 11 a.m. with Aiden and Taco, and then in just about 30 minutes over in Coco region, it is going to be Sam England and Saiyan Titan, Cody Smart looking to try and make more big waves against another former relegated player, and then we have Nathan and Ridley over in Arctic at 2, and then at 8, we have Mark taking on Evan again in that Coco region semifinal. So by the end of today, Coco will be set, Dashing will be set, those regional finals will be set. But here's what we're going to see in the Dashing region. Aiden Smith comes off the win over Big Boss Ross in 6 to get here. Taco with the 7-game win over Shadow Hunter, the 13 seed, to make it here. And of course, Luke making it here. The winner here is going to get Luke, who dispatched Clint Green in 7 yesterday after the round 2 win over James, and of course Clint beating Acetal in 7 in round 2. So we will have the Dashing region final set by the end of this one. Should be fun. And joining me is Yoshi today. We got our players. We'll talk to them in a moment. Yoshi, coming in here. It's a bit of a experience battle here. Obviously, Aiden Smith relegated from D1, so he knows this. He knows the system to an extent. It's best of 9, round of 16. So he knows what he's getting into here today. And Taco hasn't seen that kind of series yet, but we'll get a taste of it here coming up today. How do you think the experience factor is going to play in to this one for Aiden and Taco today?
So, yeah, I mean, the matchup to me is, I think, we see what Taco is able to do. I think he's gonna adapt pretty quickly. I mean, this is just a case of, well, you just got to play more games. So it's more of an endurance in a way. And experience is, I think, gonna take a bit of a toll, but like I don't think it's gonna be the difference maker between winning and losing. So it's just a matter of, can Taco understand what it's like to be in a best of 9 scenario. I think once he could do that, I think it'll be smooth sailing. So I mean, we'll see. I think I expect a good match here. I feel like both players have shown why they deserve to make it to this point.
All right, we'll start with Aiden Smith. Aiden, Sky's going to initialize the game. So once they're done with that, you can send your answer out. But I kind of talked about it here in the intro here. You know what a best of 9 feels like, how it goes, and all the ebbs and flows of it. How do you use that to have a leg up on your opponent Taco, who has been in D2 but hasn't seen a best of 9 yet in their career. Talk me through that. And Taco, for you, um, kind of similar line of questioning. You haven't seen the best of 9, but how much do you think that's gonna affect your gameplay, or how are you gonna try and uh fight off that experience of Aiden Smith, who's been here in a round of 16 with a best of 9 before?
It's okay if I speak.
Yeah.
Like,
Mhm.
uh, this. Now, first of all, I just want to thank Aiden for being here, and I wish him the best of luck going into our game. Uh, this is going to, for me personally, be a test of yeah, just the longevity. I mean, I've shown that I can do a sprint, but can you do a marathon? And I think that's what this is going to be about for me. Um, I had to tailor my strategy a little bit around this. Like we said before, I don't think it's necessarily going to be the end all be all of the game, but it's certainly something I have to keep in mind. And yeah, I'm just looking forward to it. And I think it's best to just let the game speak for itself.
All right, and Aiden saying it's a knowledge, not panicking. Things start slipping away. You have a little bit more time to regroup after a loss or bad luck. So should be a fun experience with a little less, but we're gonna see how much that plays into the game. So, uh, this guy is gonna be our ref. Since they're not in VC, I'll ask you both to put your card choices in chat. But Aiden, it's gonna be your call first as the top seed. Open board. How many cards? Go 9.
Yeah, yeah. It's funny you mentioned the luck thing where Aiden has had to deal with that both the matches he's played. Um, early in the series where his opponent got a very lucky hand to start things off, but Aiden being able to regroup and snatch and still be able to get the win out of it. It's something that if it happens if it happens again, there's even more time for Aiden to catch up, and I think it's a good point for him because he's experienced a scenario where he's gotten unlucky, but he's able to rally back from it. But as going into this game, we see an early draw from Aiden here.
Early draw indeed, and we started on the red 4. Both had a card to play, and now Aiden with nothing. Taco's still able to run it, and Aiden finds a crossover into green.
Yeah, it gets the switch, and Taco's able to run it.
Run it with the
And
0 sugar.
yeah, all right. And
Oh, triple
okay,
from
so
Aiden into yellow. First ammo
yeah,
play of the game.
we start to see that bit of aggression there, and it's a way to bring the game back into his hands. And here we go. We switch into blue now. Getting all the colors out of the way.
Aiden playing
This
aggressive
is
with the
gonna
switches. He's made all of them so far.
Yeah, this could come down to just who has the run, and it could. Aiden's got to hope that he didn't play into Taco's game as well, because that's the thing. And
Ooh,
here
back to green.
is where we see the first strike for Taco. It's unfortunately gonna force Aiden to draw, so it's might be okay. So yeah, Taco just trying to run it down. He gets the switch, but is it too late?
Both at dose. What does Taco have to have at the end here? And it's another
Oh,
switch to yellow. And he
oh
doesn't have the
no.
call. Oh boy.
The exclamation point, he forgot the exclamation point. That could change things here. The 6 was a good idea. The number efficiency was a great move. But
Aiden with nothing on the
yeah,
yellow.
it's gonna save Aiden here. Okay. Yellow 4. But
Taco
he
top deck.
draws.
Well, not top deck, but had the 4. Might have been his last card,
Yeah.
and now they're both drawing.
Yeah, great stuff from Aiden to realize that he missed that. Uno call. I mean, it's unlikely Taco's going to make that mistake again, so it was good that he took advantage of that. Oh boy.
Yeah, so he top decks an 8. Aiden with nothing, Taco with nothing on that. Very quickly moving
we're
from
gonna.
9 to the edge and not quite there.
Yeah, this is. Yeah, I mean, Aiden trying to extend this game. He knows that the cards aren't giving him exactly what he
crossed a
wants.
red.
But okay, yeah.
Taco with a 4-card advantage and he can run it, but Aiden can too, so it's close behind, but it may come down to the run now at this point.
Yeah, he definitely needs to figure out how he's going to catch up from this. I mean, if Taco is able to just keep running this down, then it's definitely going to be tough. But yeah, a good first game. Just okay. Well, we get the switch into green, so that's it's something you don't want to see when the player is down this little amount of cards. So Aiden's going to try and cross over, but
Aiden looks for the undercut, but Taco,
yeah, it might be might ended up not working out here.
Oh man.
Okay.
Oh.
So, yeah, I'm gonna assume that Aiden didn't have anything there.
So, I mean, Taco might have been a little bit of a bait if you really think about it.
I see what you mean there. Yeah,
that's Taco, talk me through that switch over to green because you had only those skips left. Almost seemed like a bait play. What went into that one?
I wanted to try something a little bit different. I only had the blue skip left, and I had nothing to really do with it. So, I just wanted to see what he'd do. It luckily worked out for me. I'm not sure if I would do that again because it felt absolutely like devastating once actually realizing just how much you pick up after a call out because I thought it was 2 and yeah, that was a fault on my end. So I did mistake something, but luckily it worked in my favor. Eventually pulled that wild card and was able to piece it together.
Yeah. Aiden might probably feeling it in the hindsight with that undercut. And you really were in control on the switches. You did the majority of them on the numbers. Taco had that red one late, but you had the majority of them. Do you think the aggression level's been a bit too high? Do you think that was really a case of Taco had the way through? Don't regret it. Just one bad switch happened. Okay. All right. Well, A-Train, you still got open board. What's it going to be for game 2? I'm going to go with the sender. All right.
Yeah,
it's changed it up a little bit.
Yeah, I mean the thing about that game, what was it? So Taco had a wild anyway. So even if he did keep it green, the wild probably would have sealed the game because based on the way he was playing, I don't think he had any ammo.
Yeah.
A classic first game for Aiden, just not getting anything. But here maybe things will be different. But we start with a ditto.
He only had those reverse triple play. That's really all he had to play with. It was all number efficiency for him.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, like he said, it's still early.
Yep. Gotta get to 5.
One unfortunate switch is typically a hindsight situation. So really, you just gotta see what you can do from here. As we play the green 0, which is, yeah, I mean that might have actually forced Taco to use that wild because he doesn't have any zeros to really switch, and it's definitely a scary thing to see a wild this early, but at the same time, you can also take it as well. He at least used. Oh, hey, that's Yeah, I mean, I don't think Taco expected that, but that's an added bonus to this here because you can now just kind of run down this red.
Yeah, early on as well on Ascender. Interesting.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes you just don't have the color. Even with 15, and Aiden's just gonna have to find these switches here, and he does find it right off the bat on this 9. So okay, Taco's gonna run it though. Let's see now. That draw does put Taco in the lead, so that could definitely make a difference here once we figure out his ideas. And we're going to switch out of blue, and it's just a triple play, but it's another way to get a lead going. Aiden gonna have to adjust, but he's gonna play it cool, not trying to take any risks right now. The yellow one is in. Oh yeah, someone check in.
I just told Geo to.
Okay, there you go.
So triple play Taco going yellow now, and
Oh
Taco again
no.
crossing over to red.
Yeah, I mean, okay, Aiden was ready for that. That's good. Because I was thinking, like, if you let Taco to go to red, you're in trouble. So you had to, at least, like, based on the way he, yeah, there we go. And now Aiden's figured out a way to get this into his favor here.
Crossed to blue, and now he's in control. And he's
Yeah,
ahead
which is
by a
looking,
couple.
you know, maybe the thing with that wild red, it's just a thing where he maybe gave his hand a bit too early. Maybe it showed that he wanted red really badly. It's not going to lead to anything detrimental because Aiden will also have to draw on this blue. But now you play this game trying to build a hand, but now the wild that you once had is now off the table. So I mean, Aiden's definitely looking for something here. I mean, he hasn't really been able to. He hasn't had any wilds to play. I mean, he might have had one. He might have one saved right now, which it would be fair. But yeah, I mean, these stats kind of show that he's the only ammos he's played so far are reverses, which
Just that
is
one triple
interesting.
play in game 1.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure he's saving some now, but it's still interesting to keep in mind. But yeah, we're drawing back to definitely one of another getting close to that. Okay. Speaking of reverses, we see a triple play on Taco's end, maybe more. No, it's a triple. So yeah, he just wants to get back to red. He knows that I wanted red, and he knows it. But now I got this many cards. Why not just go for it? It's probably going to be content, and so far he's content with the red.
Oh,
Let's see.
Taco has his reverse triple,
Oh,
and now Aiden goes back to blue. A
trying
little
to
bit of an
ice
undercut
out
play, but what?
Taco.
Ice out Taco?
Yeah.
Yes. And that's a
Oh,
classic.
and it's a classic. I don't like that. That's a fair play, bro. You have to respect that. Like, he doesn't want to give Taco a chance. Like, you never know. Sometimes, like, you get that one color, and then you can be on this huge run. Maybe keeping it blue is the best option. Like, you just gotta keep
Oh, he
staying
finds
on.
another way.
Okay.
Sets himself up for success, but Aiden undercuts.
Oh my god. I mean, it's literally a battle between red and any other color because Taco is actually out of yellows too. This is gonna help Aiden for sure now.
Oh
But Taco
my
trying to
goodness.
force the
Is he
draw
doing the
too.
classic now?
No,
Oh
but
my
Aiden's got a
goodness.
double yellow eight.
Crossing back.
Huge play. Taco with the right idea, but just unfortunately did not expect that to happen, and now Aiden's going to be able to run it down. Taco looking for a switch. Oh boy, here comes
wait a
Taco with
minute.
the
He was looking for the
potentially.
connection.
Yeah, that
Oh
was gonna
my
say that's
goodness.
a plus
And it's
6.
back to blue again.
Oh my god. Well, yeah, that's yeah, it's aggressive, but it's a way to. Yeah, I mean, he does draw, which I'm not too surprised about. But it does okay. Well, considering that Aiden didn't have blues to begin with, it does put him in a spot where, like, do I want to keep it? Oh, what a move! Do I want to keep it blue, or do I want to take the risk on the switch and hope in hopes that Taco doesn't finish on this color? But he actually finds his way back into yellow, which is which is exactly what he needed. So now it's a matter of what can he do on this, and if Taco's gonna get these top decks, okay, well he gets the red 4. Aiden just trying to claw back after a big +6, and I mean he's definitely getting there. It's just a matter of how he's. I'm sure he's got ammo at this point. It's like, how is he going to use the ammo? Because
Crossing the red.
yeah. I mean, we got the switch into red, which again.
Oh my
Okay.
goodness!
I mean,
Evens it out.
Yeah, I mean, anything you can do, I'm gonna do as well, and that's exactly what Aiden said right there. But he gets back to red. Oh my goodness. Could this force a draw? That's what Taco's trying to answer. Because he sees that, if he's got a lot of red, then it's unlikely that Aiden has much red. So that's what we're looking at here. And yeah, it actually is going to work out perfectly. So yeah, the red 3. I mean, what a back and forth from these two. Just being able to
Have an answer for each other.
Yeah. I mean, will Taco be able to, and you get these switches, right? And you know that you need other colors to win. I mean, maybe Taco needs only red, but chances are you probably need another color switch to win. How do you know when is the right time to switch? Because the thing is with drawing, it's like it's not like the safest thing to think about. Like,
Ooh.
you're gonna go for this aggressive move on the wild, but you don't know what Aiden got off of this draw. Maybe he got like a let's see here. He could have gotten a +2. He could have gotten the +4. Like, I mean, really, you just gotta take risks while you can, and that's what Taco's thinking. Like, I mean, I'm at a point where I gotta just go for this and see if I can get the win when he doesn't expect it, and that's what Taco's trying to do with this wild blue. So we'll see what he can do on it. He's actually gonna switch out of blue. Maybe just wanted to get rid of that wild. I mean, he may not be too much of a fan of saving wilds because he knows that using a wild is just an extra turn. So I understand the mentality of just not liking wilds, especially like because, if you're 2 turns away, if you're 2 turns away, but if you're like 3 turns away and you just have so many wilds, it's like it feels kind of like a giveaway of what you need to win the game. So, but anyway, interesting switches from Taco, just trying to confuse Aiden here, and I don't mind the move, but he's not having it. He's switching into yellow, We are tied at 5 after this, so this is where it gets interesting. We're gonna start seeing a +4 at some point, I feel. We see the draw from Taco though, which is huge for Aiden. But he gets back to blue.
Oh my goodness.
Oh man. I mean, now we'll see if that reverse play was defensive or offensive, because if it was, because this will depend on whether or not Aiden draws here. Maybe he was just going for defense and he had some blue left. Oh, he's got a +4.
Oh my goodness.
I think that's the first one in the game.
That is.
In the series, I mean.
Yeah, in the
Yeah,
series.
first one in the series. Will Aiden take advantage? Is this going to be the win here?
Will it? Yes.
Oh, it is.
Oh,
it
man.
is.
What a game. My goodness.
Yeah. I mean, we've seen it. Just real quick before you ask questions. I mean,
Yeah,
this just shows, like, I think Aiden has had experience with the endurance battles, and he's just shown that he can handle it, you know. And we saw it. I think his best showing of this was against Atomic. But yeah, I mean, feel free to ask questions.
All right. I'll start with Aiden. You guys, I mean, that was a really back and forth kind of game, both trying to have answers for each other, both on the numbers and the ammo. What did it take to really endure that after what was a really quick win from Taco in game 1? And I guess similar question to Taco as well, if you want to answer that as well. Just enduring that game, because that much longer one from what we saw at the beginning.
Well, I mean, you gotta love a game like that, man. I mean, there was a just
oh yeah, I was
forth.
thinking that.
It was great. I had I won't lie, I didn't have a whole lot left in the tank. I was really just trying to see what would stick. And yeah, no, I knew he had to have some by now. I mean, he went through so much that there was no way, and hats off to him.
All right, and Aiden not having a single red Yoshi through 15 cards. That's a rarity. We don't usually on a sender. You'd think you have a lot of options, but sometimes the cards just don't break that way. Thoughts on that one?
Yeah. I mean, you always have to keep in mind that is a possibility. I feel like the unexpected can happen. Like you could be on you could have like a high card start, but you only have 2 colors. There's always a chance that happens, but lacking a color on a high card start is definitely something you have to learn from. And I think for Aiden to get the win off that, I think is like pretty impressive. It's funny because it's like he uses the wild red. It's like, oh, I'm gonna read that you don't have red. It's like that's crazy, but
insane.
But no, I mean, it's just something you have to learn from. I feel like sometimes 15 cards is not. With 15 cards, you could have just an assortment of cards that you're just not happy with, but
yeah,
he was able to get the win anyway.
There you go. Yeah, endurance battles, definitely something you see a lot, maybe a little chalk up to experience as well. See a lot of endurance type players in the higher division, but there's still plenty of people down here that can play that way as well. Great game from those two players, and I'd like to let our viewers know that the Coco Region semifinal between Sam England and Sand Titan has begun over in Watch Party 2 and Coco Stage. They have just gotten game 1 underway with a 10-carder. So, but now we are 1-1 over here. We're going in dashing. We're going to game number 3 in Taco. It is going to be your first call, and you just can't pick 9. How many is it going to be? I'm going to go 11.
All right.
And starting off the red Zero Sugar, Cherry Red, insert MRE promo here.
Yeah. And with the homestand, and I mean, I guess it's talking about like the homestand and then taking a game off of someone's homestand. It's something to mention. I mean, I feel like you hear it a lot. You heard it a lot more in like earlier seasons, but with just so many factors in the match themselves, it's like it's not too important. It's just something to keep in mind.
Definitely
If
not
if we
something to not something to ignore.
For sure. I mean, Taco taking a game off of Aiden's homestand. We'll see how that goes along as we go into Taco's homestand. So we'll see if Aiden can take a game or if Taco's gonna get some momentum going. But an
Undercuts
early
on the 9.
crossover. Yeah, I mean that's yeah, we see Aiden liking to enjoying these undercut strats. Okay, but it's not gonna work out. It's not gonna work out for either of them. Okay, that's fair.
And double play, and that was it. So again, they're looking to draw City again.
Yeah. Let's see. So the early draw City, and Aiden's just gonna have to think about like, okay, I mean, I got away with it because Taco also doesn't have yellow now. Whoa, should I
What?
be the one to switch? I don't know.
Will he be the one to switch?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I definitely
What? Hold up.
took a while
What?
to say something.
Wait a minute.
Um,
I think there's some strategy to this one. Oh, he was. Oh, little bit of a bait, but oh, he was setting it up too into red.
That is, yeah. I mean, like I said,
And we're back to red after all that.
Aiden with the theme, starting to have a theme of switching, trying to undercut, and it's something that I think is very strong if you know
The right way to go about it.
Yeah. It could definitely help you. But yeah, I mean, can't do it too much to the point where the other player could start expecting it. And now we see the draw on Aiden. Gives Taco the chance to switch into green. Now this would be crazy if he had another crossover, but no, he hasn't. Okay.
No.
You can only have so many. I mean, it's still like only one card behind. I mean, but yeah, as we could see, Taco in the control room trying to take control of this game. And yeah, I mean, Aiden just trying and really getting the good read that Aiden doesn't really have much to work with. Probably gonna need a few cards to play, and it should be game. Here's the blue 0. I mean, that's blue. Yeah, wasn't able to switch there.
Hard to switch on a 0, but Aiden has a 3 to play. But how far can he go with it?
He's
Taco power play.
Power play. Yeah, we'll see. Is this the? So he goes for.
And he's gonna go.
Okay.
Double being understandable. Not a bad power play. It's just an early one.
Didn't want to get switched out. Yeah, I mean,
and, you can't blame him, Yoshi. I mean, Aiden's been switching like a madman.
True.
Making those undercut plays. You can't say if he's surprised at it. It's just coming so early is the thought. Taco, talk me through the early power play. Was that really just a sense of you had 2 blues to finish and you were wary of the fact that Aiden had been switching a lot in that one?
Well, I mean, his play style has definitely influenced how quickly I was going to use it. I will say I was planning on using my power play going into this near the beginning. This is a round or 2 maybe earlier than what I was expecting. Perhaps I was hoping for about the 4th. However, I recognize something important. That's that I cannot sit on just on a personal level. I cannot sit on my power play and let it become useless. I need to make sure that like this is a tool for me to utilize to make sure that I'm able to keep momentum going my way. And if that means securing a win in this round, even if it might be a little bit on the safer end, I'm going to use that because it's better to use it now than to use it when it's too late.
Aiden, how do you move forward with now? You have an advantage on the power play down in the series though. How do you utilize that advantage moving forward in the next several games? Because it's still early. That was only game 3. Thoughts on that? And Yoshi, I mean, if you had any other thoughts on that game.
I think Taco just did what he needed to do, and yeah, he could have taken the risk of just thinking, okay, I mean, maybe I just play the blue 7 and see what happens. But
Oh
I
yeah, and Aiden, if you
honestly,
wanted to say if you had a response to the 7 switch out, I would feel free to share if you'd like.
yeah, I guess just to show if the power play was made a difference. But but yeah, I mean, I think the mentality from Taco there, it's definitely a mentality that some people in some people have. Like, I think, and yeah, it's not something you can really. It's something that you have to respect. I mean,
Keep
yeah,
an open mind on it when you use it since I have it for the rest of the time. Yep. And he can take his time with runs as well. He doesn't have to worry about getting stopped in his tracks.
that is true.
Well, Taco uses the power play, goes up 2-1, and now he gets another call. Game 4, Taco can't pick 11. How many? Go 10 again. Or not again, but 10. Stayed in the same neighborhood.
Yeah, interesting how so far Taco's won on the mid packs. The mid pack starts and Aiden won on the full send. We'll see what happens here.
And Sam England just won on some number efficiency, wrong number.
Yeah, that
Dan.
that
And
is
after Sam England sent him back to
something.
20, and he was able to get the he was able to pull through.
Yeah,
And
yeah, that's
meanwhile, here we
something
have
that could
Trips 8
happen.
undercut again from Aiden. Again, still playing with that undercut pack, but Taco undercuts the
Okay.
undercut even lower.
So now, yeah, we now Taco we see trying to test Aiden. If he's gonna cross over, then does that mean he has does that mean that he actually doesn't have that color? But Aiden ends up passing the test, having the blue, but he's going to switch out of yellow or out of blue here. Taco's gonna try and undercut
Now
himself.
Taco undercutting.
Okay, so we'll see how
It's been a game of
things
one-ups,
go.
really.
Yeah, I mean, trying to get that right switch at the right time, I think is really how you get the win. And it's for Taco. I mean, to have the lead, to have a lead, it's something where you want to keep that lead going and really. Oh my God, he has
My
another one.
goodness, another
Well,
one.
Aiden hasn't been getting the best. Taco getting a lot of wilds this series. Like this is an overwhelming amount.
7 wilds.
Oh my God, this
This
game.
is feeling like Lane and Clay all over again.
Well, we'll see.
Oh
And
my
yes,
God! You
It's
cannot
+4.
be serious.
I don't know why I'm not surprised.
And Plan A. Say the color. Say blue. Say blue.
You could.
There you go.
Yeah, there you go.
3-1 Taco. I got nothing to say on that one. Aiden,
That is
Taco,
good.
if you have any comments,
Oh.
feel free to share that. That was basically Plan A. A little bit of undercutting, but I really got nothing to say. Taco, go ahead.
I mean, look, when you don't have to draw the entire round, you had a good deck. I had incredible RNG going into that.
Yeah,
Puts it at 3-1.
no
So
comment for
hopefully, I
you.
mean, I'd love to get more of that going forward, but you obviously can't expect that in every round. So I just have to make sure that, you know, don't get in my own head. Just keep going. Just 2 more wins.
All right, 2 more wins for Taco, but the arrow's going to go back to Aiden. Meanwhile, Cody Smart has tied it up at 1 over in Coco. So we'll see how that. We'll keep an eye on that as well. Just 2.5 minutes, I think. Yeah, just 2:31 on that one. And here we go. All right, Aiden. Arrow goes back to you for game number 5, and it's you cannot pick 15. What's it going to be? 14. All right, keeping it high.
I mean, yeah, like I said, we see the trends of card starts and who's able to win on what start. So I think Aiden's trying to use that as a way to get this game back. And now, I mean, now it's do or die. I mean, I guess not really, because with Taco using his power play, you know,
Yeah.
I think with this bot as well, you can have only one game left to win the series, and with power play, we've seen so many times where they didn't end up winning the series, and it's just, yeah, like the fairness of this, it definitely is a showing of how fair this bot can be with what it takes for you to actually close it out, But obviously, that's not applying here since Taco already used it. We'll see if Aiden can start catching up now, because this is where he needs to start thinking about, okay, I can't afford to lose much more, and we'll see as we run down the blues. Both players able to run it. Aiden gonna finally, that's his first wild.
Finds his first wild. Very, very big moment there.
All right, so this is where he needs things. He's got stuff to work with. Can he use that to his advantage? We'll see. And Taco gonna play it cool. Might either have nothing or might be trying to save things and just wait for the right moment.
Going from the top floor to the second floor, and Taco jumping
Ooh.
across to the green.
Does get the green. What will Aiden do? Oh my god. Okay.
Oh, Aiden Smith, triple play, looking for quad.
Starting on a huge run.
He might have it. He
my
does.
God.
And a massive run and a wild
Oh,
to
and
finish,
wild.
and that will do it. Aiden Smith still in it. 3-2
That's
Taco now. Finally finding some ammo. Aiden, I'm sure that's gotta feel good. Finally finding the way through. You got your first couple wilds there. How do you use that to keep the momentum going and try and tie this series up next game?
I mean that's definitely his dues being repaid. We saw it in game 4 where, I mean, literally games 4 and 5 were just crazy games, crazy finishes.
Gotta get lucky again, finally. Yeah, basically. Taco, I mean, kind of got a taste of your own medicine there. You've been dominating the wild game, and now Aiden gets you back there a little bit. I mean, any more thoughts on that? Was just plan A returning the favor there?
I mean, hey, look, that's karma. Just like my my match with Shadow last round. We had two really quick back-to-back matches where Lady Luck was deciding to toil both of us and just decide to speed things up, give us both a win. Maybe they're trying to get to lunchtime, but we gotta. That's expected. You gotta expect your opponent to win some. Just nothing changed on the mindset. Just gotta keep going.
So I guess the bot is Drake now, apparently.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
uh, yeah, Yoshi. I mean, it's just plain a return to the favor. Really, there wasn't much more to say about that one.
Yeah, I mean, in a way, it's like you pick. I guess the card starts really are working out for these two players. We kind of see the clear trend here. Um, I think it's kind of a scenario where I think Aiden needed that, and I feel like to make it a game as close as it should be, the bot gave us what we wanted. So we'll see. Can he make it to? Can he bring it to a 3-3, or is here's where we get to the point where there's going to be huge differences between who wins this game, being down 4-2 or tying it up 3-3. So we'll see what happens here.
Yeah, yeah.
Aiden still has the call, so
yeah. But you can really tell though that for Aiden, it seems like game one. The log really illustrates the fact that game one was a feeler type of game. I mean, he's gone high tier every other time, and he's found the success. So I think I might know where he'll go next. But Aiden at game 6 cannot be 14. How many cards? Yep. Staying
that
high.
makes sense. Yeah, I mean, I feel like these two players aren't too fond of a gamble. I mean, I feel like
May not
we've
see
we've
the low
seen
tier the rest of the way.
we've seen cards go their way, and we've seen cards not go their way. Do they really want to try that in a 5-carder? I don't think so. But anyway, going into this game specifically, we see just a clean start on the greens, and Aiden gonna make the first move on the switching.
Crosses to blue. So both running it on the blue, and I think they have a lot of options again on the high tier, but see how far that gets them.
Yep, we see Taco playing 2 blue 3s there.
Oh, here's
Gonna
Taco once
allow
again.
the switch on the 8. Okay. And now, but another crossover.
Taco's made more of the
Okay.
switches, it seems. I mean, the stats include ammo switches as well as number switches, but Taco's just seem to have a lot of answers, but also Aiden had the answers with the undercuts.
Yeah, I mean, Taco ran out of answers on the yellow, and Aiden is pushing it.
Pushing the envelope on the yellow.
Yeah, really trying to set him back here. He knows that if he wants a good shot to win this series, he's got to tie it up right here. Here he comes. Huge lead. Taco trying anything to get out of that yellow, and it's only going to help Aiden, unfortunately. He's just going to have to play what he's got. We'll see. Can Aiden finish it, or is he going to have to draw? Yeah, he will have to draw. The green switch does help him, or help Taco, I mean. And now, okay, yeah, the typos there, just typing a little bit too fast. Boy, Anna's gonna be able to switch
I
into
feel
red.
that I've been there. I've been there.
Yeah, it happens to me as well.
Phone keyboard often gets me like that. So Taco going to red, and Aiden's gonna go up to the top.
Red 6, and now we see a color that Taco wanted, and Aiden, having to be content with it now with the little amount of cards he has. he doesn't have any more, so this is looking to be an opportunity for Taco here. If he can just find the potential to get a run going, maybe. We see these two players liking to end on runs rather than
A number.
getting to Uno, yeah.
Yeah.
And there's a big switch into blue, which I feel like is gonna be freeing up both of them, but I think Taco's gonna really wanting to keep this blue. I mean, looking at the history, we haven't yet to see any ammo cards, and I think we know why. We're both trying to save him for the right moment.
Yeah, both great ammo control packs. Definitely a strong strategy to go with. And here, just as I say that, here comes Taco.
Yeah, this could
And
be
he's
it here.
looking for it. Might have it. Looking for a 5-card finish.
Ooh,
Not
he's going
quite
for
it. Just a
check.
wild. Ooh, okay. And once again,
This
another
is
wild for Taco. That is his 8th of the series. What does Aiden Smith have in response? Does he
This
have
is gonna test what
anything
Aiden
on
has.
yellow? He's
Oh,
got
he's
a
got
plus
a
+4. Back.
This,
Stay in yellow as well, and that purely defensive there.
great ammo, man, and he keeps it yellow, but there's a reason why. Yellow
wow.
+2.
But does Aiden have it?
He could
Does
steal
he
it.
have it?
He could steal it.
Trying to tie it. He's got another +4, and Aiden Smith pulls the rug out. Taco at 1, and no, sir, he says. 3-3. Oh, man.
I mean, that is insane. Like, you could say that that's. I mean, to me, that's just great ammo control. I mean, Taco couldn't. There's nothing Taco can do. I mean, like there's the best he could do was get to Uno. I mean, unless Aiden, the only way he could have won that is if Aiden used a +4 and then was able to ice him out some more. But unfortunately, he was just one turn too late, and
Oh, man.
I don't know. I got nothing to say. They both played well, but Aiden with the insane saves.
Yeah. Taco, I think you may know what I'm going to ask you here. Use the power play in game 3. That would have been a prime position to use it. What are your thoughts on that one?
Not worried. I think I secured the win. I did what I wanted to do in my power play. You know. What I will say about this game is, if you're curious, my final card I had left was another wild that did not get played. So I was left in
Another
a
wild.
situation where it was either play the wild or play the B6. But either way, I would have to come back to one of the colors I already used. So I know, regardless of what I did there, I was going to set him off to show him, like, yeah, this is going to be a final run. So, it is what it is. I just, we've got to come back and clutch it up.
Aiden, you got that one tied up and definitely pulled the rug out from under him and just exuding that ammo control. Thoughts on that one? And now you've got it evened up, but the arrow is going to go back to Taco, and it seems like he likes a different start pack from you. Thoughts on how you got to try and steal one on the road?
Yeah, that's crazy. He had another wild as well. I mean, that would have been 9 wilds total if he played it. I think. Look, I don't know. I mean, there's a lot of hindsight with how you could have won that. So really, just it's a matter of moving on. So I think Taco is unfortunately in the back seat here now because of the fact that he has power play disadvantage with now both of them needing to win the same amount of games to win the series. We'll
Why it's
see. I
crucial
mean,
what he does in this homestand, right? Because they
yeah.
both are like in different tier packages, and now Taco's going to have control of that, and it seemed like the mid tier was working for him. We'll have to see what if he continues with that as well, Yoshi. Be interesting.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
We'll see. I mean, That's the thing about best of nines. Like, you can
And
get
he's
the
gonna go
last two.
9.
Ooh.
Send me
Yeah,
to
the
the
thing about
unemployment line. I wasn't asking, but that's fine.
yeah, I mean, I wanted to say something, but it's fair. That you probably would have
Yeah.
said it if I
Yeah, I
didn't, but it's
All
alright.
right. Yep.
I was thinking, yeah, I
This
was
guy.
thinking like we see,
Oh.
we see,
Okay.
uh, I well now I actually well that lost my train of thought, but
Blue reverse to start. Taco not taking the bot bait, and he could close it on his homestand. He's gonna keep it in the mid to lower tier, because that seems to have worked for him. But it's been a lot of Plan A on that side of things, so we're gonna have. It's only a matter of time. We just have to see if that Plan A can continue to work for him, or is he gonna have to adjust as we again find ourselves in another trips. So the undercut to yellow by Aiden Smith. Game 7 is rocking and rolling here. 3-3, best of 3 left.
yeah, this would have been crazy if this was the best of 7, but
Yeah.
it might be more exciting if it goes to 9. So we'll see. We haven't seen a game 9 yet. Yeah, we haven't. So
Yeah, and Aiden's got to
wouldn't
take
be
one in the
surprised.
mid tier if he wants to get there, because that's where Taco's going to keep it. That's very clear. That's a strategy from him.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if it goes 9, but Aiden actually doing pretty well on this yellow here, and with these mid low to mid tiers, all it takes is just one color to really make a difference of someone having to draw way back and someone being down really low, and Taco is going to try and take advantage of this green with now tying it, but Aiden is looking sharp. I mean, he's been able to play these cards that he's got, and oh no,
Well, no.
this is not looking good
Aiden
for
is going
Taco.
to steal it. Potentially. Oh, and he does. Steals
Okay,
it. 4-3, 3 in a row for Aiden Smith.
the
And the train
green.
is chugging along. And he
Oh,
did exactly what he said what he said he had to do, Yoshi. He had to steal one on the road in the mid tier, and that's exactly what he did.
yeah, it's look. I mean, we'll see what happens here. You know, I think Taco. That it's unfortunate, right? Because Taco had momentum after game 4, but then Aiden was able to steal it in game 5, and now the momentum's going his way. I mean, it was a good idea. It was a good idea to get momentum going your way, but you know, when you lose that momentum, then it becomes now how do you get it back without power play? Because now you have to win these 2 games.
Taco, that's the first one in the mid tier you haven't been able to pull through on. What do you have to do what adjustments do you have to make to try and hold down Aiden to try and force a game 9 back on his home side?
I think I'll just refrain and try to get out of this nightmare for now.
All right. Okay, well, Aiden, now you did exactly what you needed to do and stole one on the road, and now you're in position with the power play as well. How do you keep it going now? Trying to utilize that power play going through. Now you're 1 win away.
Okay, well, I mean, Taco isn't the only one who's having a nightmare because if we go to the other match, Cyan is not happy. He ended up wasting his power play, and now he's down 3-1. But anyways,
Oh boy, gotta hope I find
oh,
myself in position. Yep. basically.
I just realized Art is in that VC. Oh
Oh
my
yeah, he
goodness.
is torching the man. Anyway, we are gonna go to game number 8, and Taco, you can not pick 10 still. What's it gonna
And
be?
yeah.
Trying to force a game 9, stay in the series.
Yeah, I mean the trend finally breaks with the mid pack giving Aiden the win there. What does
9.
Oh,
He's
he's
gonna
trying
stick with it. He's gonna
the
stick with
best
it.
of now this is the best of 3 for the 9 card start. If he gets it done, we will go to
To a
game
game
9. I
9.
mean,
There's so much
he's,
symmetry.
he's trying to manifest it with the 9 card start. We'll see if he can do it. Yeah, I mean, it's gonna come down to this. Like, I can understand the frustration of losing 3 games in a row, but sometimes that's how it goes, man. Like, it's not even that you play bad; it's just things just don't go your way, and especially you make it this far, you definitely aren't playing bad. You're just trying to you're just trying to really keep your composure. I think that's what Taco needs to do. He's got to keep his composure, trying to keep himself in this. He may seem down. He may seem pretty far down without power play, but there's always a chance. So we'll see if he can bring it to a game 9, which then things would become interesting. But we see the blue 3 switch into blue, and yeah, that was because Aiden was drawing on red. So okay, Taco trying to put pressure on, get down to 4. Can Taco run the blue? So he might have to draw here, but he actually gets the switch into green.
Oh. And you know, Taco I was gonna say with that ammo play, Aiden Smith again with the undercut.
Ooh.
I was gonna say with that ammo play, Taco's gonna play aggressive, and
Oh wow,
that's a tough one for him. But
that yeah,
that
I
was a
didn't.
tough
I
one.
was thinking maybe Taco could run the yellow, but the undercuts are just really like what was I saying? I mean, like the undercuts are just really strong most of the time. Aiden's is able to ice Taco out. He's not gonna ice him out this time. He's gonna keep it green. We'll see if Taco can get what he needed to get earlier. Because I think it's clear that he needs green here. We'll see.
Hello.
Maybe I'm wrong, but I do think Taco's gonna try something here,
Aiden
knowing
with the
that.
undercut faded though, so he did have some green in the back pocket.
Oh
Oh, there
my
we go. We're
goodness.
tied. Game 9
So-
is coming up.
So wait, I need to know if Taco drew that +4 or if. Oh, hold on.
Taco, feel free.
I
hold
drew
on,
the
hold on.
+4.
No way.
Dang.
That came from the brink.
Oh my god.
Oh,
You believe?
look, it's a battle of lady luck. I told you. Look, he had 2 lucky games. I had to get 2 lucky games. Now it's going to come down to hopefully a battle of the battle of wits. I guess he has the power play on his advantage, and I just had to keep going.
Oh my goodness. Game 9, we ain't done yet. And Taco wins the best of 3 on 9. And it can't be 9 for game 9, unfortunately. And Yoshi pulling out the game 9 gift. Shout out ALP Sharpie Boy for that one. Appreciate you.
Yeah, there's no. I can't find a gift that says straight up game 9, so this is the best we got.
What do you expect from this game 9? You'd think Aiden's gonna go high tier again, but what do you think, Yoshi? What do you expect from this? And he's got the power play too. That's a huge thing too.
So, yeah, no action cards from Aiden. Look, it's literally about like half these games are just someone getting the action cards and someone not getting the action cards. But we've seen some pretty good games as well. I think from my perspective, Aiden just he could take a risk if he wanted, but would you really want to do that when everything's on the line? Yes, you have power play, but that doesn't mean you're safe. I think he's just got to pick what he thinks is the best, is his safe best option to win the series, and full send is definitely a clear option. Because
Still
it's
the
funny
+4
because
gen, yeah.
that game was one of the better games of the series, right? It seemed pretty close all around. And that was Aiden's first win. Like it just makes sense to go for it. But
Yeah,
we'll see. Maybe
he had to steal
maybe
one
he'll
on the
try
road,
something
and he
else.
did it. But Taco found a way at home in his last home game of the series. And so now we come to the be-all, end-all. Game 9, Aiden Smith. You can't pick 9. What's it going to be? I have a feeling. Nope, double OG. We're going back to that
Okay.
one again.
Yeah, I mean, it's still a pretty high start, all things considered. Um, we've seen a lot of full sends and it not working out. So maybe he's trying to be like, "All right, let me try this 14." Okay. It's no. Must not be a
Shit.
blue 6, right? Cause
Yeah, if
yeah,
it doesn't say anything, that usually, unless there's lag, yeah. Go ahead.
got it.
Oh.
You actually meant to switch the color. Okay.
Oh. That's crazy.
All right. No way. 2 in a row? Not in a row. 2 games where Aiden has no yellows or no reds. That's insane. That is insane.
Oh
Okay,
my
well,
goodness.
he will switch, but I mean that's a huge
It's
thing.
been
to
aggressive
reveal.
all day, Yoshi, really. They've both been aggressive on the switches. They've both been trying to one-up each other every game of the series with that. Because they've both been having that ammo
Yeah.
control with saving the runs till the end. So it's really come down in the mid-game about who can find the right switch for the path forward.
Yeah, exactly. I think we've seen the aggressive switches pay off, and um we see a lot of undercuts. I mean, this is really just a tough scenario where you have to find the balance. And with Aiden, see, okay, well, we get the draw from Taco here, and now
Hmm.
you think about this as like, okay, I got the chances to make the right switches here. It's gonna keep it going on this yellow. He does. Ooh, Taco does get yellow 1. Sometimes that one number, that one that one card off the draw does force a draw on the other player. But Taco gonna be the one to switch here. Okay, Aiden gonna run it down. Oh, but he
Oh
finally
my
gets
god.
red, which he's hoping to ice Aiden out here. The weak colors. It's clear that they really want to force the weak colors, and yeah, I mean, I think we saw Aiden in one of those games, those earlier games, where he was willing to go for a classic, and he was willing to draw back if as long as it means that the other player also draws back. He might need to employ that again if he sees that Taco could be on a run. But for right now, we're just gonna keep switching the colors.
Oh my goodness.
0 sugar on the green, and they're both at the OG start.
Oh man.
But Aiden doesn't have
Aiden
it.
no green.
That is rough. Now he's got to keep in mind what could Taco be doing right now.
Meanwhile, over in Coco, Sam England up 3-2. Saiyan gets one back on an 11.
Oh boy. I
And
mean,
that series is actually longer in length than this entire series at 5
So-
games down.
Yeah,
Oh
I had a
my
feeling. I
goodness,
had a feeling.
Taco!
Oh.
We all see it. We
Wait.
all see it. He gets a win with it. Sneak
Oh
attack for the win.
no.
Oh my
So
goodness. That hung
I
up
don't
there
know what
for a
to say
minute.
there.
Oh my. That hung up there. Taco playing risky with it. But he had the ammo, and that is a ridiculous run. And Taco is moving on
Let
to
me
the
see.
dashing final.
The plus the all he it was just a combination of reds and yellows. It wasn't even like that crazy of a run. It was just saving it up. And saving the ammo definitely was the key factor for Taco there. Unfortunately, Aiden not realizing that he could have power played or even called him out. I mean, there were so many opportunities that just everything went too fast for him to process. Unfortunately, I mean, I don't know. Did Aiden? Did you have anything, or were you saving some ammo, or did
It
you like
seems
really
like
have
he didn't have
nothing?
much there.
Yeah.
Yeah, Taco pulling the sneak attack out there as well. Thoughts on that win? Obviously, a little bit loaded up there at the end there, but he definitely were walking on thin ice there, both with the power
Oh,
play against you and the call out potentially pulling a sneak attack. Thoughts on that? And congrats on the win. Absolutely amazing.
um, I'm very, uh, I was very happy to see it turn out. I won't lie to you. The well was not a sneak attack. That was an error. Um, I forgot I had it in my deck, and
Oh,
when that final yellow played, I was like, "Why took the game over?" And then I realized, "Oh shoot, the
That's
wild
actually funny.
is there." So it was. I was really hoping that was not going to be my downfall. And now still on house money, and now out of the final six, well, out of Sweet 16 into the Elite Eight. Just got to keep going. Pretty sure, if I remember correctly, Luke is going to be my opponent in the next
yes,
round.
it will be Luke. Yeah,
Um,
you see the bracket there for
like he's
those
a
on
wonderful
stream.
player.
2v5.
I played against him in a practice game before, if I'm correct. I know I haven't played him before. I think he's an incredible player. I just want to thank Aiden for the wonderful matchup. I mean, that was you never really knew where that game was going,
Yeah.
and it was an experience for sure.
Oh my. Well, Aiden has left the VC. I was gonna ask him what happened on that last one. Flew by it. It seemed like it flew by him, Yoshi. And I mean, we thought sneak attack in the moment, but obviously it was a little bit of a misstep there. But he gets away with it, and Taco moves on. My goodness, final thoughts on this, and also, well, actually, I'll start with you, Yoshi, and then we'll go back to Taco. Thoughts on that, and also thoughts on the final. Now we're set between Luke and Taco.
Yeah, I mean, I think with this, um, yeah, Aiden is one who tends to like. I feel like Aiden is kind of slow on power plays and whatnot. I feel like sometimes he doesn't see that he could use it. I mean, he only really uses it like to finish a series off. He doesn't really think about other ways he could use it, which ended up could have ended up being the reason why he lost here. I if he really had no ammo, then I mean, I guess it wouldn't make much of a difference. But
It at least would have stalled it out, maybe gone to a draw city.
it is, yeah. I mean, yeah, it is something. It's kind of, yeah. I've never seen a game where someone had the finish, but and then thought the game was over, not realizing there was still one more card left in their hand, which
Yeah.
is kind of funny to me. But yeah, I think uh, I think Aiden did well for what he was able to do. I it's I think this division is definitely fits well for him. He's got just I think if he just fixes um I mean if he fixes power play, if he I think he was clearly frustrated when he didn't get much to work with, and I feel like that's also can be a bit of his downfall. It maybe ruin it could like deteriorate his mentality where he may not be thinking as clearly as he should be because of some of the games he's losing. I mean, I don't know. I feel like he wasn't playing his best today, and I think he could have definitely made this a series win on his end, but things just fell apart at the end, and I really don't know what to say other than that. I think just a few mentality issues he has to work on. Um, as far as Luke Taco, I mean, we've seen them face each other before. It was, I think, I looked it up. It was sometime in T4, I believe. I think in T4 when they faced each other, or some. I actually don't know. Whatever. That game, the only thing I remember, the last time they faced each other, it was a 3-2 in Luke's favor. So it was a close match, and we may get another close. We may get a close match by them again,
Yeah.
and it would be pretty exciting.
It'll be a whole different environment. Last time was a BO5, now it's a BO9.
For sure.
It'll be huge.
Yeah, no, I'm excited to see how that turns out. Taco really, it's crazy to see players like Taco just being able to go for just come from just having an okay last season to then soaring above, rising above the ashes. I mean, Luke is one of the few players who we kind of one of the few expected players to make it this far. But can he? But who's gonna clinch it? Who's gonna clinch their ticket into the LCQ? That's the big question now. I mean, even if you don't, you still got 3 wins. You I guess for Taco he's only got 2, unfortunately due to the DQ.
Yeah.
But so I guess Taco has a bit more to play for.
Mhm.
Luke is definitely going to look into making the run though. So it's going to be a pretty motivated battle. We'll see who gets it done. Like I said, I expected a good match today, and I expect a good match again for
Next
those
round,
two.
Yeah. All right, and Taco, one more time to you, man. Thoughts on Luke? I mean, you kind of gave it a little bit, but I mean, it's not the first time you played, and now it's on a much different stage. What are your thoughts on that overall?
I mean, he's a heck of a player. I mean, you can see by just how much, if you look at the release schedules, just how much people believed in him going in round to round. He was clearly a favorite in his matchups, and everyone knows that he's a great player. And it's got to be my job to make sure that I have to elevate myself to that level to be a great player as well in that game. Whether or not I'm able to maintain that forever is to be found. But at least for one game, I have to try to elevate myself to that position the same way I did in this game, trying to with the scouting I had to do on on Aiden to try to make this competitive.
All right. Well, congrats to Taco. The first regional final is set, and it's going to be Luke versus Taco, 2 versus 5 in the Dashing Region final. And our first one is set. We will have another one set by the end of the day. Looking over at the schedule, it is Taco moving on, and in progress over in Coco Stage and Watch Party 2. It is Sam England up 4-2. He's looking for the be-all end-all of the series. Saiyan has already used his power play. Sam England with the power play left, and they are running it right now. Just started Game 7 over there. Also, over in Arctic, we will have Nathan and Ridley at 2 o'clock, and then we'll be back on stream at 8 o'clock for Mark vs. Evan, which will decide the Coco finale matchup. We'd also like to let you all know that March Madness continues over in D1 today. We will be live at 2 o'clock Eastern Time for Andy and Nick, 9 versus 12, opening up the Ravenclaw semifinals at 2 o'clock. And then after that Mark Evans stream here, we are going to have the world champ off, probably the shortest layoff of anyone in the round of 16. She will take on Logan, who looks to try and top his win total from last year. Nick trying to do the same thing. Both guys on the 12 line, only with the 2 wins last year, looking for a win number 3. Andy looking for win number 3 after just 4 wins last year. And Ashley, of course, we all know what she did. Won Super League, got a ton of wins on the board. So that should be a fun Sunday doubleheader over in D1. But for D2, we will be back on stream at 8. And make sure you go join us and watch Party 2 as we watch the conclusion, potentially, or down the stretch of the last few games between Sam and Sid. So that will do it for us here on this stream. And for those of you watching in D1, we will see you at 2 o'clock. Again, D2 will be back at 8 o'clock on stream. And of course, D1 will wrap the stream coverage up at 9:30. So thanks to Yoshi for the commentary as always. Thanks to Sky for reffing. Thanks to Aiden Smith and Taco for putting out a great show here, and for everyone who joined us in both VCs across the league. So for all of us here at MRE UNO, I've been Not Short. I will see you again for that D1 stream coming up at 2 o'clock Eastern Time, and I will also be there for the other 2, 8 o'clock and 9:30 D2 to D1. Thank you, everybody, and have a great Sunday.